Do you desire to be an influencer and have influence that you can grow your business, your reputation, and your speaking opportunities? Today, we talked to someone who's got amazing tips for you, and she's grown this all in the last couple of years. Watch this video right now. Today, I'm excited to be joined by Goldie Chan. She is a LinkedIn video influencer. Talk to me about what you're doing on LinkedIn.
I am creating daily consecutive videos on LinkedIn. I'm also doing LinkedIn live streaming through #LinkedIn Live. Really excited to make videos on business, branding, marketing. I spoke at Social Media Marketing World about videos that have to do with building better brands.
The substance, the kinds of things you talk about, like give us an example of one of the more recent ones that you did.
I recently did a video where I interviewed a female engineer who works at Blizzard. We talked through her career and her life and how she got to be really a top-level engineer at this cool gaming company.
And is that the kind of content you're regularly creating?
Absolutely. I do a lot of interviews. I do a lot of daily vlogs where I take people through my day, say through Pixar or through the Wizarding World of Harry Potter or through different just things that I do like NASA.
What kind of an audience are you trying to attract with the videos that you're creating?
So the audience that I already attract is business people or people interested in growing their personal brands or their corporate brand. They're coming and they're watching my videos to learn more about how to do that better.
How did you already attract that brand in the first place?
Well, obviously I grew it over time. By creating so many videos focused on branding and marketing,
Right.
You naturally grow an audience that of course wants to learn about branding and marketing.
How does that transition into you becoming an influencer and the opportunities and doors that have opened up for you?
I just got asked this in another interview is, when did you know you were a creator? With a capital C as opposed to just somebody who makes videos. And I think it was when I did my first talk at LinkedIn San Francisco. There were people from the community, the LinkedIn community, not just people who work at LinkedIn, who came and attended and they're like, wow, I watch your videos, you're an amazing creator, with a capital C. So I think that was the first moment in which I realized that people are watching my content, people are learning from my content. Maybe there's something there. After the first year, I became the global brand ambassador for WeWork for a year. That really solidified working with brands, and now I work with brands like Adobe, like Skype, like London & Partners, and all these beautiful, big brands that are truly global.
Your process getting there, what I'm hearing you say was you were creating videos on LinkedIn, LinkedIn recognized you, asked you to come speak, and as a result of that, speaking engagement, which was from your content, you became that big capital C creator, which led to all sorts of other opportunities presenting themselves to you. Now, when you say you work with these folks, does that mean you are making videos for them, or is there something more to it than that?
I'm doing one of two things. I'm either creating social media strategy and I'm not necessarily in it, or the other side of that is I'm creating video content that I'm in that's promoting them.
Let's talk about like any tips you would have for someone who desires to be an influencer.
So I think in order to be an influencer, you have to have a voice. You have to have something that you want to say that's unique. So it can't just be, I want to be famous. The thing that I hear the most from people who want to become influencers is, I just want to be famous. That is pretty useless.
Right.
If you say, I have a very specific point of view, and here is the very specific audience that I think that point of view will speak to, that is so much more useful, and you can use that to become an influencer.
Did you know that when you started creating videos on LinkedIn, or was it a couple in that you're like, oh, maybe I ought to go down this path?
It was maybe 100 videos in, so that's 100 daily videos. Maybe
Wow.
3 months in that I realized, first of all, that I was an influencer, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I have this massive audience now. They love this very specific content, but I also will say I had already a very specific point of view. I had something I was really passionate about, and I was creating content that I just loved making because I love marketing, I love branding, and creating that content was really just for me and all the other nerds out there that like marketing and branding and all that other wonderful stuff.
What are some of the perks and benefits that come once others perceive you as an influencer?
I think one of the biggest perks is meeting cool people. Like Mike here, who are running really interesting projects and have their own expansive networks.
Do you feel it's important once you develop some level of influence to try to get on physical stages and go to real events?
Absolutely. So I think it's really important to get on stage, talk to people. And I will say before that, right, before you can get noticed to get on stage, it's really good to try to host your own small events, like a meetup or a small panel at a local co-working space, because guess what? Those things will get you onto the stage. If you do these 5 really well-attended panels, people will start to notice you, and then you can get the attention of conference organizers.
And little pro tip, record those.
Yes, and record those and then put them on whatever social media that you're choosing to use.
This is something you do really well. Whenever Goldie is on a stage, she makes sure she shows that in some of her videos, which is a little signal to other event coordinators.
I know how hard people who organize events work. I always love to shout them out and really say thank you so much to the people who organize not only just the event overall, but also the person who's doing, say, that specific track. It's really important to acknowledge the people who are helping you day to day, and that makes a difference because guess what? Those people will ask you back because most people don't acknowledge them. Most people, they're like, thank you at the show, and then they're out.
And what Goldie's talking about here is so important because what a lot of people do when they become influencers is they think they're bigger than they really are.
Yes.
And they forget the people that help them get there. That relational capital that you're building is what is going to open up more doors for you, isn't it?
Right. And I think it's that, authenticity is an often overused word, as you know, but I think it's very authentic and genuine to be thankful for every opportunity. And also, just this is my personal opinion, to not ever think that you are bigger. To me, it's just a matter of prioritization and time. And I think conference organizers, and you know best, really love working with people who don't act that way, who don't think that way. Because when they put them on stage, they know that person is going to be professional, on time, because they appreciate every opportunity.